So first thing I want to do is take off my camera gear. This is my camera bag and food bag. I'm gonna break out the tarp because it's supposed to rain a little bit this evening, but clear up tonight. So I got my tarp set up like the Adirondack style. The back's flat, and then you got a high pitch here. But now I need to gather some firewood before it gets too dark and I can't see what I'm doing. I found a standing dead. I'm gonna take it down. It's a hardwood, so we'll be able to use it for. It's a hardwood, so it'll give a nice flavor to the steak, and that's important. Oh yeah, that's some good hardwood. So this is some bark I gathered a while back for a bird's nest, and I'm going to use it to start a fire with. So we've got our bird's nest, a little bit of fat wood shavings, it should take right off. That's close. this side. Our water's about to boil. Yeah. It's boiling. So we got our mashed potatoes, and here's our steak. And it looks, oh yeah, perfectly done. I won't bore you with eating it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I actually cooked it a little too long, but holy cow, that is beautiful. The steak and potatoes were awesome. I can't eat all the potatoes here, I made too much, but it was perfect. So I'll be doing that again. A little fireside chat without the fire. Tell you what, man, the wood roaches are terrible tonight. They're everywhere. They're flying around. They're all over the place. Ticks are bad. I've already pulled off about 5 ticks. None of them a bit yet, but you can tell summer's in full swing. People think I'm crazy when I say I'm ready for summer to be over. I can't wait for fall and winter. So I'm glad you're here with me, hanging out. Gives me somebody to talk to. And even though people think I'm crazy, I don't feel as crazy because I'm talking to the camera, talking to you guys. I've been to different outdoor schools, courses, and I learned something from everyone. I try to learn something from everyone I meet, and especially these classes that you pay for. You know, you try to soak up as much as you can. I don't want to put, look at that. I don't want to put, that's my light on my backpack. I don't want to put anybody on a pedestal, so I don't want you to think that, I don't want you to think I worship Dave Canterbury, because I don't. He does a really good job. I enjoyed the school. It was a lot of fun. Man, they're starting to come out good now. I don't think you see these things. They're like this big. Nasty creatures. Anyway, really enjoyed the school and I learned a lot. And I wanted to share some of that with you guys, along with my adventures. When I'm out doing my thing, I want to share the things that I've learned. But not to say that that's the only thing, that's the only school of thought. That's not to say that it's the only way to do it. You know, Dave does his thing, I do my thing. Mark Warren was another instructor I had in Dahlonega, Georgia, who I really enjoyed. I was there 3 days for that. I've talked about it before. He's more of a naturalist, more of a, I don't know how you say it, more of a Gandalf. And Dave is, you know, he's 90 miles an hour. He just go, go, go. So 2 totally different courses. But I learned so much from both of them. and I will be sharing that as we go. Right now I just wanted to get out in the woods, get back in the practice of things. I was tired of doing gear reviews. I love my gear, I love it, but after you do so many gear reviews after gear review after gear review, I know you guys want to see me get out in the woods and do this stuff, and I want to get out and do this, so that's why I'm here. We're going to try to hang tonight in a hammock with the bug net built in, thank goodness, because I wouldn't be able to sleep without it. I mean, I have slept on the ground before, but it's just no fun. I mean, let me rephrase that. I've slept with nothing, no tent, no tarp, just on the ground, you know, in a blanket, whatever, or beside the fire. But that's not, there it is, there he is. Did you see him? Ah, he's huge. Anyway, but that's not what I want to do. I want to have fun. Dave actually put it best. He said, most people who say they're a survivalist or a bushcrafter really aren't. They're more of an inconvenient camper. And I guess that's me. You know, I'm not a novice, but I'm not an expert. So it puts me in the middle. And what I do is not really survival. It's not like I'm out here trying to survive. I practice this stuff and have fun with it. But I'm really an inconvenient camper, you know. I camp with less than perfect conditions and less than perfect equipment. Have to make do with what you got. Have to rig it up. And occasionally I'll go to a campground and set up a tent. And, you know, and I'll be doing that here in July. I'm going to the Pathfinder Gathering to take wood carving, Kuxa carving class from Alex Yerkes, and he is a world-renowned Kuxa carver. So I'm looking forward to that. You get to, he teaches you how to do it, and in the time that you're there, you actually carve it, and you get to take it home with you. So what an experience that's going to be. And to meet Alex and hang out with him and hopefully get a photo opportunity with him would be great. But it's great to get out here. I absolutely love it here in the woods and listening to all the night creatures, and hopefully we'll have some coyotes tonight howl at us, and hopefully these bugs will go away. I would build a fire, and I had one going earlier. Man, it's so hot. The humidity is just awful, and I don't want another fire because this tarp holds all that heat in, and it was roasting. So I think there's a storm passing by. I don't know if we're going to get it or not, but if we do get a thunderstorm, I'll try to catch it on video. If not, probably see you in the morning. Well, no storm, so I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. See you in the morning. I'm pretty sure I'm in somebody's home. They don't like it, I'm up here. What a beautiful day. I love waking up in the woods, hear the trains. Now I am on private land, and it's about 40, like I said before, it's about 45 acres. But anywhere in Kentucky, when you leave the city, you're pretty much in the woods. I mean, it's just the way it is. But the way these hollers fall, the train tracks are miles that way, miles. And you can still hear the trains. But when I hear the trains, I hear jobs. I hear income for families. So I don't mind hearing the trains. Sometimes it's annoying on the video because you think you're back in the wilderness, then you hear the trains, but trains run through the wilderness. It's just the way it is. It's a lot like, I guess it's a lot like Russia. When you watch, if you watch Survival Russia, there's a lot of trains going through his area, but he's out in the middle of nowhere. So it's important to pay attention to the wood you burn, because if you look at my canteen cup from last night, I was burning hardwood on it, or under it, and there's hardly any residue. So if you're burning something like pine, you're going to get a lot of residue on it. So you may start the fire out with pine and then go into your harder woods. While I'm letting that die down a little bit, I'm going to get my other stuff ready. From my food bag here, I'm going to do this one-handed. Do our mountain house, and get a little bit of coffee in here somewhere. Oh yeah, some instant coffee. I like this stuff. It's pretty good. I'm telling you, man, that firebox stove is hard to beat. It's good stuff. See if our mountain house is done yet. It's been a while. Oh yeah. Yeah. Can't wait. I'll let those hydrate just a little bit longer. They look nice and fluffy though. I mean, I want you to look at that. Look at those fluffy eggs. Man, love Mountain House. Of course, you know I'm an ambassador for Mountain House. I work with VanQuest and One Tigress, and I don't want you to think that it's all about sponsors or ambassadorships or whatever. I enjoy doing this, and I have found a way for me not to spend money on my hobby, for my hobby to pay for itself, basically. So to me that means a lot, and that's why I'm always endorsing these products and the gear. But I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction, not intentionally. I really like what I do with this, and I won't give you a company that's, you know, I've had companies ask me to review their gear, or they, hey, we'll sponsor you for this or that. And I said, no thanks, because I don't use their gear, probably wouldn't use their gear, and I'm not going to take it just because it's a freebie. But, you know, getting outside and camping, it can get expensive. You know, wild camping, inconvenient camping, it gets expensive. So that's why I do what I do with Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, you know, to pay for so the hobby will pay for itself. Man, that coffee's good. Golly. So, what do you think I should do next as far as courses or you know, what do you think I should do next? Because I don't know that I'll go back to Dave Canterbury. I'd like to go back to Mark Warren, but it's a 10-hour drive for me, and I don't know that I want to go that far. So would you like to see more Zed Outdoors stuff? You know, cooks of carving, spoon carving, leather work, that kind of stuff. Keep doing what I'm doing. How do you like the product reviews? You know, I ask that, and I kind of at the same time think, man, I don't know if I want the answer to that or not. Hopefully you guys like the product reviews. I don't usually let you watch me eat, but since it's just me and you, I thought, what the heck, right? There's nothing better though than getting up in the morning, whether it's 70 degrees and the humidity is extremely high, or whether it's 0 degrees and freezing cold. There's nothing better than for me, a good hot breakfast. And you know, that includes your cup of coffee, and that includes, well, that includes, you know, whether it's oatmeal or eggs and bacon in the skillet, or a Mountain House. It just makes you feel alive, makes you feel new. So as I pack everything up, this is an old camp pillow, Celtic camp pillow that I've had since my early backpacking days. I like it. It's just, it doesn't really compress small enough for me. I have a climate pillow, and I don't like it. It's got the V in it, and your head sinks down in, and it doesn't work for me. So if you got any suggestions on what kind of pillow that you really like, I use my pack a lot because I like to stay propped up. When I'm tent camping, I'll lay my pack inside the tent and then put my pad, my pillow on top of that, give me a little bit of elevation. That's the way I sleep at home. So really the hammock, the way it has the incline on the head and the way you lay it a diagonal, actually works pretty good. So we might keep hammock camping, we'll see. I don't think I like it in the winter, I don't know. I'm just trying out new stuff. But anyway, so if you got any suggestions on a good pillow, leave it in the comment section. I'd like to try out a new pillow. A Seat of Summit makes a nice one. Man, they're expensive. A seat, yeah, it's really not that small. It's really not what I'm looking for. Hear that? So that was the guy that was making all that ruckus last night. I was in his spot. He woke me up about 2 o'clock in the morning. He's back there blowing. He don't like me being here. Hopefully I can get a picture or a video of him. So I don't know if you ever watched the firebox stove videos, but very relaxing. If you ever want to just chill out and relax, just turn on a firebox stove video. It's like watching. Very relaxing. And he always has some good camping adventures. So I'm glad you came along with me and hang out. I had a good time. Hopefully we'll get to do it again soon. But thank you for coming along. I always appreciate you coming along with me and watching my adventures here. Also, a special thanks to my sponsors and affiliates. Really appreciate you guys trusting in me and allowing me to do what it is I do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.